Hi everyone, welcome back to Arts and Psychology. I hope we're all doing great in this fine day. On this episode, we are with Angel Fabian Rivera, who is an actor and a lighting designer from Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. He is also the director of the rising company Artescena, with whom I had the pleasure to work this past November on the production of Broadway Tribute 2019.
Hello, I'm great. How about you?
I'm great, thank you for asking. What have you been doing this quarantine?
Well, in this quarantine, I've been to be with myself. I think that's what's important about this time is that we have all the time that we can have for ourselves. And I've been doing some things with myself. I've been thinking. I've been doing research. I've been studying. But most of all, I've been connecting with myself and with who I am right now.
Okay, so you're an actor and a lighting designer. What else do you say that you can be able to do?
I've been doing some editing. I do some graphic designing. That's some things I've been doing, and I've been practicing. I also direct. That's a new passion I'm discovering right now. So I guess all of these things let me do different things. I mean, that's what it's all about, to try new things, to experience new things, and directing is also one of my passions right now, and it's something that I want to keep doing and keep working on.
How would you say that you started getting into directing?
I think that when you're an actor and you're being directed by this director, you also experience, like, you want to talk about what you want to do, but sometimes you say, okay, I'm not talking because this is not my show, this is not my thing. And I started to get those thoughts to myself, and I said, well, I could do this like that, I could do this like this. Well, wait. And then I said to myself, okay, well, if you want to do that, maybe you can do that by yourself. I mean, you can direct, you can do anything. And so I've experienced some acting, some in musicals, some theater, and the ideas started to come, and I said, well, I have these new ideas. Why don't I do it? Why don't I try it? Why don't I push myself to try it, to try new things? Because I didn't know if I wanted to do this for real. I always thought that I was gonna be just an actor, but when you're just an actor, you have to try like new things every day, and maybe you try them and you don't like them, but you tried it. And being an actor here in Puerto Rico, it's something difficult, because when you're just an actor, you stay in that little piece for a lot of time, but you have to try new things, to experience new things, because as an just as an actor, you're not gonna live like, I mean, you're not gonna get the food for your house, pay the rent and those things. And I'm getting these things because that's what inspired me to try this new thing that is directing. It's a whole new world. It's something that I'm passionate about, because I have a lot of ideas that I want to get out, that I want to experience. I want to work with new actors. I want to get their ideas. I want to work with them, with the actors, and with the new people, with the new designers, that young people have to get to this art industry. And that's something that got me. And I said, okay, I want to try it, I want to do it, then just let's do it.
What motivated you to start an arts career?
Wow. I was like in high school, 10th grade, when I first tried it. I got to this new school that had the arts and sports program. There was some classes that you could take, like some extra curricular classes, and there was like a chorus group, and there was a drama club. I tried for the drama club, but they never gave us a teacher, so we never got to get the drama class. So that was like, I wanted to try it. I got it, but then nothing happened because the educational system here in Puerto Rico is not that good. We know
That's
that.
great.
And then, well, this new girl that I met at school, she auditioned for the chorus group, and she told me that I should try. And I said, like, I've never sung before. I don't know if I can do it. And then I talked to the teacher, and he said, okay, come, you can come audition for us. So I tried it, and I got in. And that whole year, I started doing musicals there in my school. And then the year after, in 11th grade, I got to this specialized school in arts that it's called Cava in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. And then when I got there, I saw this whole new world. I got into acting classes. I got into piano lessons. I got into chorus. I got into dance lessons. And I got into everything because I wanted to try everything. I mean, I was just like 16 years old, and I wanted to try it because there was like I didn't know what I wanted to study when I graduated. So I think this was like a thing to try for myself and to see if I was good in it. And then when all these things happened, I got into a Shrek musical where I met you. The crazy life got me to study drama. I never thought I would study drama in the University of Puerto Rico. And then one thing led to another, and I'm here right now.
That's great. Would you say that Cava was the start of like every acting technique that you've learned?
I think it was the start of it, yes. But well, when I got into the university, obviously I learned a lot of things that I didn't know. But Cava was the start of everything. I'm always grateful with the teachers that I had. I'm always grateful with the opportunity. I developed a lot of skills there. I mean, that I didn't know I had in myself. And it was the start of my career, of something good, something different. And I'm forever grateful for that opportunity.
So you started your own company. So I want to know, how did that started?
We started with Juventud Teatral a year ago. And then we did a Broadway tribute where we had to do these Broadway songs, and we had stories written for those kind of of musicals. But after that, I always think that was the start of the idea. That was something. But now I got into that. I got seriously, and I changed the name because I wanted to be directed to everyone, not just to the young people. And I want to be able to work with a lot of different actors, not just with the young people, but with the professional actors. I want to join the professional actors with the young actors to work together. I want to do that. I want to be able to connect the young and the professionals to work together, so we can see what's the new generation has to give to this type of art. Artescena, it's the name that I'm giving right now because it opens the word not just for one art that is a theater, but the singing parts, but the dancing parts, but just the art like drawing and those type of arts. And I want to mix them all together and bring them to stage. That's what it means, escena, stage. So I want to do this kind of things. I want to work with young people, with young actors. I want to work with new, fresh faces. So the people know that and see that there is a lot of talent here in Puerto Rico, because we're always get used to seeing the same people on the stages. We get used to see the same people, the same actors working on the stage. And I mean, I know they're good. They're good. That's why they're there. But there's a lot of new talent coming right now. And I want to bring them all together. I want to not just do theater. I want to do musical theater. I want to be able to do different things. I want to do ballet. There's a lot of things that I want to bring to the theater right now. and this company will be able to help me to join these different talented people to work together and to show their real talent. And I want to be able to help young people, to help everyone have their stage, have their moment, because we know that it's hard for us to find our moment here in Puerto Rico, because the art industry is so little that we have the space maybe to do it. And I want to be able to give and to bring that opportunity to these new people that come here to show their talent.
When you started your company, did you had any negative energy around you or people that didn't support your idea? How did that went for you, and how did you battle through that?
Those thoughts are still there, and I mean, it's hard when you know people that give you that bad energy, because you have these great ideas and you have this hopefulness, and I mean, you want to do a lot of things, and then comes one person and tells you like, eh, maybe it's not that good. Maybe we can do better. Oh, you weren't good enough, or you weren't. And I mean, sometimes I mean, I have those thoughts for myself. I always think that maybe I will not do it good enough, and maybe I will not impress the people enough to for this. But that's when I have to start working on myself. That's when it comes to for me to think and to say to myself, okay, let's get that out. You can do this. You can work for what you want. You can do what you want. Forget about what people are saying around you. But you have to tell yourself, and you have to have that in mind, because no one else is going to tell you that you're good, or that you can do this. It's all about yourself. It's all about you telling yourself, okay, I can do this. And you have to receive those messages, those energies, and you have to work on them. You receive them and you transform them into something good. Maybe sometimes those bad energies are good for you, because they show you that you can do it and you can change that. And that's what I want to do. I want to make everyone see that I can do it.
I understand, because when I started this page, the first thing I had in my mind was, would people like it? Would people enjoy it? Is it gonna be good enough? But when I started this, I was like, it only matters that I like it and that I feel proud of the job that I'm doing.
Right.
It's not about what people say about it. It's what I feel that I'm doing through it. So
Exactly.
I know that the thoughts are going to be there, that negative energy is always going to be there. But it's like you said, we have to take that in and transform it into maybe boost to get, you know, even better, and to show them, look, I'm doing it. You told me I couldn't, but here I am.
That's what we
You
have
know?
to do. And when I saw the page, I said, oh my God, that's something that I know we've talked about it, because I know you love psychology and you love arts. And I said, oh yes, that's good for her. That's good for you, because I know how passionate you are about this, and because you love arts, but you also love psychology. And I mean, when you join these two things, you can do beautiful things like you're doing right now. And I applaud you for that, because that's something that everyone needs to see, that art works the psychology for itself, and psychology always works with art. And that's good. That's good that you're doing this. And I tell you, you have always my support for anything that you need, because this is something wonderful that you're doing and creating. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much for those words. I know that you're an actor and that you also direct, and you have all of these projects and these things. And I wanted to ask you, what do you believe are the struggles of an actor here other than finding paying jobs?
This question is a little difficult to answer, because we're going through a lot of things here in Puerto Rico. And as I said before, the industry here, it's little, and it's always about friendship. It's always about who we know. And here in Puerto Rico, we don't have so much auditions, and it's always about who I know, who we know, who can do this. I know that person. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna call her, and I think that's the first step that we have to change. We have to change that. We have to start doing more auditions. We have to start developing new work for new people. We have to see them, because what's happening right now is that people are not seeing the new actors. They're not seeing us, and that's a problem. They don't see the talent that is on right now. I think that's when we have to start. We're doing this play. Let's open auditions for everyone. Let's see what the people have to bring us, and that's the first part. I think the second part is that we don't have a lot of acting schools here. There are a lot of academies out there that they sell you a dream that they're gonna teach you acting, but you're just there to take your money. And we have to be picky about that. We have to be picky about who we trust, who we give our money, because acting is not just about being and having a pretty face and developing some lines, and that's not it. Acting is about getting to know the character, getting to know how to express their feelings, and being someone else, because that's what it's all about. Acting is not just being who you are. Acting is getting into someone else's shoes, and to think like them, and to be like them. And I think a lot of young actors right now are just crazy about they get off Puerto Rico, they go to new places. That's why they do it. They do it because they don't see a career here in Puerto Rico, and that's something that is acceptable, because I mean, it's true. It's hard a career here in acting. I mean, we don't have a lot of things. We don't have benefits. We just have to work every day. We work like in 2-3 plays at the same time. That's something that in other places happens. We do it here, and doesn't always just work in acting. They have another work, and they work in a restaurant. They work in some fast food, and that's, if we don't get the job, we have to do the job. That's what I'm doing right now. I got in a time that I didn't have like a lot of acting jobs, and that's when it came to me that I wanted to create this company. To me, that I wanted to create the job, not just to get the job. I wanted to create the job and to give the opportunities to someone else. We have to get up. We have to go some places. We have to touch some doors. We have to start talking to some people. We have to move, because we cannot wait for things to come to us. That's what we have to do. And I think that's what most actors don't know. That's what most actors, they do right now. They just stand there waiting for the opportunity to come. And no, they have to stand up. They have to get to the people. We have to get to the people. And if we don't get the job from other people, we have to create the job. People here in Puerto Rico are not taught from the beginning that they don't have normalized to go to the theater. Kids don't grow up saying, I want to go to the theater. They don't grow up saying that. And that's when we have to start changing their minds. I mean, the first time I came to a theater was when I was like in 8th grade, that I came to see a play. That was it. I mean, I didn't grow up wanting to go to a theater. It's so small right now, and we have to develop it. We have to get into those places. We have to go to schools. We have to go into the cities, into the plazas. We have to get into those places so we can get the people to actually want to go to the theater. We are the ones that have that responsibility to teach the youngs, to teach the teens to want to go to the theater, that they need to come, that they get to love the theater like we do. Theater not just is pretending to be someone else. Theater is about healing. It's about telling you a story that is gonna connect with you.
What emotional battles did you had when you were growing up to be an artist? Like, did you had any troubles with your self-image? Did you had any trouble with acceptance?
I think the first thing that came that got me was theater is just for girls. And I said, wait, that's not right. Anyone can do that. Anyone can be a mechanic, not just a man. A woman can a woman can be a mechanic too. Uh, Anyone can be anything. And that's when I started to break those ideas from people around me, not just family, but friends too. And people always looking to me like, why are you doing that? In my school, I was the only one to move to this part of the island, but I was the only one to think out of the box. So that for me was like something that that it got me, that I was like, wait, am I the only one who thinks like this? Do I have to think like everyone else? My family at first, they didn't want me to come here, but I always got through that, and I got the opportunity to teach them that this is what I want to do. I have my life right now, right here, and I need to keep developing, and I want to move on. I'm some person that is all about experiences. It always taught me to be who I am, and I think that was the hardest thing to accept from myself, to accept who I am, and that was something that I had to work, and I'm still working every day to show the real person, to show the real me. And I think that is the hardest thing to do and to fight when you're doing this, when you're dealing with something that not everyone understands. You have to keep telling yourself you're doing what you want, you're doing what you love, and you're gonna keep pushing through your limits to let everyone know that we're doing this because we love to, because we want to.
When you went through all of that, what would you say was the people that helped you to go through that? Because I know that arts here in Puerto Rico is hard and it's difficult, but when you do art here in Puerto Rico, you don't only get the experiences, but you get a family. And most of the time, those are the people who help you and support you throughout your career, even when things get hard. Do you have that support system of a family that you created?
Yes, I do. I have this. I'm always grateful about this teacher that I had in high school. His name is Edwin Manuel. He taught me to be who I am. He taught me to go and do whatever I wanted to become. And he's always been there. At the times that I got these opportunities, he's always writing me. He's always telling people about me, his students about me. He's always been cheering me in every places that I go. And I cannot stop this before telling you that my family, my mom and my dad, has been there too. At first, they were hard to get through them. It was hard to let them know that I wanted to do this. I mean, my mom is my number one fan. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for having the opportunity to let them know that I wanted to do this, because they were the first ones that told me that I shouldn't do this. But right now, I changed their minds. And if I change their minds, we can change a lot of minds here. We can let people know that when we have a dream, we should go for it. And that's what these people around me have taught me. I have two best friends who've been cheering me on since I came here, and they've always been there too. And I'm grateful for having people around me, because I know not everyone has good people around them and people who cheer them on. But I'm grateful that after all this, after all I've been through, there is still people there that is there for me, and that's something good. I love to talk about. I mean, I found a boyfriend right now, and he's always been there too for me, and that's when we have to think that maybe right now we're going through bad times, but there is people for us. There is people there waiting to be with us, to talk with us, to help us go through a lot of changes. And we have to see that. We see the people around us, and we have to start letting them in, even if the world hasn't been so good to us, because that's something that happens. But we have to let people in, because we can't live all alone with those feelings inside us. We have to open them. We have to let them out. And that's a thing I've been grateful about, having these people around me.
What would be that piece of advice that you would give to rising artists?
That's the first thing I want to say. Never give up. We push ourselves so much that we have to stop doing that. We have to stop being the worst judges. We have to stop thinking about how bad I did it, and oh, they're not gonna call me, oh, and I wasn't good enough. And that's when a lot of people fail right now. That is gonna be all of our lives. But it's something that you have to keep working every day. You have to keep taking classes. You have to keep learning about the industry right now. You're always gonna be doing research. You have to know your actresses. You have to know the people who's working right now. You have to get the opportunity. And something I've been learning about this, my company and producing and directing. Sometimes the producer or the director have some idea in their minds, and they need this type of person. Don't get it personal, because as an actor, we get it personal. We start saying, oh, he didn't like me, and I stop there. No, it's not that. It's not about that. It's about what they have in their minds. And we're not always gonna get the job. No, we're not. There's gonna be maybe 100 no's and one yes. But that one yes, we have to make the best of it. Another advice that I give to you, it's when you have a job, do it good. Be there in time, be present, be responsible, respectful, be there. When you finish that job, you're gonna be the first one that they think about when they have another project. But you have to be good, because this is a career for a lot of people, and people take it seriously. If you don't take it seriously, you can't do this. When you do that, I promise you that the creative team, the director, the producer is always gonna think about you when they do a new project. You have to be yourself. You have to be who you are. And you have to work hard. But we have to work every day to be the best actor or the best artist that we can be.
I say thank you for sending us to this project. I want to thank you for the whole interview. It was amazing. Just thank you for believing in this project and supporting it also. So thank you very much. And I hope that we can do this some other time again. So thank you very much, Angel.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. And I'm so proud of you doing this. I'm really proud of this project. People that are seeing this, that are watching this, I'm telling you that you have to support this kind of people. You have to support these kind of projects, because they are done by young people, by young minds, by new minds. You have to support these people, and you have to support Tiffany and all the people that is working around her. And as I said before, art, it's not just getting into a stage and performing some lines. Art about healing your soul, and letting you become someone better. Thank you so much, Tiffany.
Angel, thank you very much for everything.